Welcome to Spoonful of Ohm's Flow class with me, Gina.
Inhale as you reach your right leg up toward the ceiling. And on your exhale, bring the right knee in toward the chest. Shift forward. Step the right foot in between the hands. Ground the left heel down and lift up for warrior two. On your exhale, straighten the right leg, turn the toes. Take your right hand to the inside of your left foot as your left arm reaches up for a twist. And then on your inhale, start to lift back up, turning the toes so you come into warrior two back toward the front of the mat. And on your next inhale, heel toe the right foot toward the right long edge. Reach the arms up as you tuck the back toes, turning the left hip forward. Right hand comes to your right hip. Left knee comes up and in toward the chest. Grab a hold of the big toe and move the left knee out to the side. Start to extend the left leg out to the left. So we did this on the floor, on our backs, but also on our bellies. Reach the right arm out to the right side. Maybe you gaze towards your right hand. And then on your next exhale, take your left leg, bend your right knee. Left arm comes underneath the right as you move into eagle. Push the hips back behind the heels, reach the forearms forward, and see if you can lower the elbows down toward your knees. Fingertips can point toward the floor. And then inhale, press down to lift up, reach the arms out into a V shape. Left foot comes towards your right upper thigh. You can use your hand to guide the foot there. Coming into tree pose, Vrikshasana. And exhale to come back into eagle. Cross the left leg around, left arm under, left fingertips to right palm. On your inhale, right hand comes to your hip or out to the right side. Left leg moves out to the left as you grab a hold of the big toe or the back of your left thigh. And then inhale, move the left knee to center. Reach the arms up and step your left foot back as you come into high lunge. Exhale, ground the heel down, reach the arms out off the shoulders. Turn toward the back of the mat as you come into twisted lunge. Right hand comes to the inside of your left foot, left arm reaches up. And then inhale as you press down, lift up, warrior two, back toward the front of the mat. Spiral your hands down to the floor, frame out your right foot. And then reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, lower the right foot down to meet the left, shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, so you lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, left knee comes in toward the chest. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Ground your right heel, lift up, warrior two. Straighten the left leg, turn the feet, pivot on them until you come into easy twist. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot, right arm reaches up, facing toward the back of the mat. And then inhale, lift up, warrior two, back toward the front of the mat, reaching the arms out off the shoulders. Heel toe the left foot toward the left long edge by a couple inches, and then tuck your back toes as you turn the hips forward to come into high lunge. On your exhale, weight comes into your left foot. Left hand can come to your hip. Right knee comes in toward the chest. Grab a hold of the big toe. Move the right knee out to the side and then extend to the right. Left hand can come to the left side as you look over the shoulder. And then on your exhale, take your right leg, bend it, and bring it over top of your left, coming into eagle. Wrapping the hands, right hand to left palm. Reaching the forearms forward on your inhale, and your exhale, sit just a little bit deeper as you squeeze the thighs together. And then on your inhale, press down into your left foot, reach the arms up, moving into tree pose, Vrikshasana. You can take your hand to the ankle and help lift the foot toward the thigh. And we'll reverse everything. Take your right leg back over top of the left, right arm under, coming into Gardasana, eagle. And then inhale, press down, left hand to your hip, bringing your index finger, middle finger to the big toe as you send the right leg out to the right side. The left hand can reach out to the left side. Padangusthasana. And then move the right knee back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up and step your right foot back as you move into high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Arms reach out off the shoulders. Straighten the left leg, turn the toes, easy twist to the back of the mat. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches up. And then inhale as you lift up, warrior two toward the front of the mat. Bend into your left knee as you reach the arms out off the shoulders. Exhale, spiral the hands down to the floor, frame out your left foot, tuck the back toes, press into your hands, and send your left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale, let the left foot come to the floor, shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. And then inhale, bring your feet just a bit wider than hip distance apart. Come forward as you move into plank and then stay low as the knees float above the floor. Press the hips back, option to take a block or two underneath the hips as you move into malasana or yogic squat. Thumbs can move toward the sternum, the tailbone releases down and the top of the head reaches up as you find length here. And on your inhale, release the hands to the floor in front of you. And then bring the knees down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Knees come to hip width apart. Lift up on your inhale into the knees and shins. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to your back, supporting the back here as you lift the sternum up, coming into Ustrasana or camel. Outer elbows move in toward each other. Hips press a little bit forward, but not beyond the knees. And feel the back bend move into your upper back and thoracic spine. Option to take your hands toward your heels if that feels good to you. Then on your next inhale, lift back up, hands can come to your hips. Sitting yourself back on your heels, or you can take a block in between them, arms rise up, inhale. And on your exhale, take a twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you, left arm comes to the outside of your right leg or knee. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale as you twist to the left. Inhale, arms rise up, and on your exhale, let your arms come by your sides as you move back into child's pose. Forehead comes down to the floor. Arms can stay by your sides or cross underneath the forehead. And taking a few breaths here. And then on your inhale, begin to roll yourself up to sit on the heels. You can sit to the right or to the left side as you swing the legs forward in front. And take your legs nice and wide, so they come toward the corners of the space. Hands can come in front of you, and walk your hands forward as you fold here. And on your inhale, lift up, take your right hand and start to bring it under the left thigh and press the left thigh down into your hand. Reach your left arm up, reach through the fingertips of that side, pull the right shoulder back a little bit, and then on your exhale, lean to the right side. And then inhale as you rise back up, and we'll change sides. Take your left hand, bring it under the right thigh, and press the right thigh down. Pull the left shoulder back a little bit. Right arm reaches up, reach through the fingertips, and then exhale, lean to the left. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the hands toward your legs. Maybe reach toward your shins, ankles, or big toes. And you can start to fold yourself forward toward center. If it feels better to have your hands in front of you, you can release the hands or forearms to the floor in front of the torso. Inhale as you walk your hands back and lift up. Take your hands just underneath the backs of the knees. Inner knees come together. Toes come toward the front of the mat, and roll yourself down onto your back. Once you get there, keep the knees bent, feet are hip distance apart, and reaching your arms overhead. And on your next exhale, let your arms come by your sides. Reach the fingertips toward the backs of the heels. Press down into your feet, especially the base of the big toe mound, and lift up into bridge pose. Maybe wiggle your shoulders under you just a little bit. Maybe the hands come underneath the lower back to help support the lift here. You're trying to bring your chest almost toward the back wall, so the ribs lift up toward the ceiling. Try to let your neck be relaxed, so reaching the chin a little bit away from the chest so it's not so compressed there. And once you're here, don't turn your head or neck in any direction, but if you'd like, you can bring your right knee in and straighten the right leg up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, lower the right foot down and change legs. Left knee can move in and then extend up. And exhale to release. And on your next inhale, you can release the hips down to the floor. Reach the arms out to the side, off your shoulders. Let your feet come a little bit wider, almost as wide as the mat, and let the knees fall from right to left. The next time your knees are over to the right side, hold there, and you can stack your left knee over top of the right so you come more into a deeper twist. And then on your inhale, lift the knees up through center. And on your exhale, let the knees come over to the left side, stacking your right knee over top of the left. And gaze is straight up toward the ceiling or maybe toward your knees. And on your inhale, lift the knees up through center. Draw the thighs in toward the chest. Wrap your arms around the shins. Tuck your chin. And lift your head up. Bring your nose toward your knees. And then on your inhale, you can lower your head and shoulders down. Maybe take a hold of the outer edges of the feet as you move into Ananda Balasana, Happy Baby. And once you're there, you can rock a little bit from side to side, or you can stay in stillness, whatever feels better or good for you. And when you're ready to, you can begin to extend your legs out long toward the front corners of your mat, letting your arms release down by your sides with your palms facing up toward the ceiling or in toward the body. If you need any other additional props like blankets, pillows, bolsters to help support the body in any way, you can grab those to bring more comfort to your Shavasana. And then once you've found where you'd like to be, and start to soften through the feet and your ankles. Take that softening up the legs, through the knees, upper legs, hips, the lower back, into your upper back, your abdomen, your chest and shoulders. Let that softening move down through the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, and the fingertips. Soften and relax through the neck and throat. And then bring that softening and relaxation into the muscles of the face. Relaxing around to the forehead, the eyes, the lips, the mouth, the jaw, and the tongue. And give yourself permission and allow yourself to move a little bit deeper into your Shavasana. And on your next inhale, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And rotating your wrists and your ankles. And reaching your arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then exhale as you pull the lower back toward the ground, knees come in toward the chest, wrapping your arms around the shins. And then rolling onto either side, resting there a moment. And taking your top arm to press yourself up to sit Sukhasana. Letting your hands come onto your knees or rest in your lap as you bow your head to yourself. And take a moment here to thank yourself for coming onto your mat to practice. We'll end with the sound of Om, taking a deep inhale. Om. And thank you too so much for joining class today.